All right, guys, we are back, and we're hot off of Double or Nothing and the latest episode of Dynamite. But before that, I want to thank you guys for listening to us on all the channels. Spotify, YouTube, Apple. Thank you very much. But you're going to be in for a great show today, and that is Off the Top Rope. So let them know what they're in for today, Lionel.
On this episode, we're going to be talking about the controversy that happened with the women's division on Dynamite this week. We're gonna touch a little bit into Double or Nothing since we weren't able to talk about it last week, and then of course you're gonna get your review of Dynamite and both collisions that we had this week.
Oh yeah. We're gonna touch on a lot of stuff. It's gonna be fun, but you know what? Let's start out with the hot topic. Let's start out with the women's division.
All right, so we're gonna touch on it right now. Just let everyone know we're not gonna touch on this again during our review. We're gonna do it right now and get out of the way.
Yeah.
3 hours of Dynamite, 20 minutes of women, including, and that 20 minutes was about one match.
Yep.
The other match that we had was a quick squash, and then we had like a couple little backstage things. Nothing crazy. There was not a lot of women on that 3 hour Dynamite Collision. And the world went crazy.
Right.
Prophet, before we're going to dig into it, what did you have any like thoughts about this at all right away when this happened? I don't know how much you saw on Twitter, but Twitter was freaking out about this.
Oh yeah. But on Twitter, I'm not surprised, right? Like the problem with Twitter is they're not consistent.
Yeah.
Right? Here's the thing, that 20 minutes on, and first off, I'm not, condoning it or doing some whataboutism bullshit. I'm just saying consistency, right? For people all up in arms about that episode of Dynamite Collision, that 3 hour episode, having a 20-minute women's match and a couple other one, well, not even a couple other ones, like a 30-second squash match. So we got 20 minutes of 30 seconds of the women on AEW TV, right? It's still more minutes than Raw and SmackDown combined across like 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm just saying, like, if you're going to be consistent, also talk about that too. But yeah, at the same time, on the in AEW's context, that sucks. You got all these talented women on your roster. They just showed you with that lights out fucking match between Sheeta and Chris Statlander. They can put out great stuff. So, hey, I think, like, maybe it's going to take a Mercedes to get back on TV in order for us to get the 3, 4, 5 women's matches back on TV. Because if Mercedes was there would have been that many matches during that 3 hour period, right? And then some on Collision, right? So maybe we need that to happen first, which we shouldn't need that to happen. It should be a thing just automatically. It should happen. You got the women. They're all talented. There's no reason why it shouldn't happen.
I think that's my biggest problem with this right now, right? Like, you made a really good point, right? Because a lot of people do not talk about this on the WWE side. We're not going to. We talked about this before. Like, you have to praise the success and then also talk about the downfalls, right?
Yep.
The problem is Dynamite was a downfall, like 1000%.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason you have a 3 hour show and only have about 20 minutes of women on the show. Like, there's literally no reason for that, right? And I know people are saying, like, oh yeah, this was already planned on Collision, but we had like a little bit more on Collision to like sink our teeth into when it came to the women, right? I fully think that was a reaction to what happened on Twitter. Fully. Because Hazuki, who came from Stardom, was actually supposed to have a show this week in Japan. and they pulled her from that show to have the match against Maya World.
Yeah.
It was a full reaction to what was said on Twitter, and that is a good thing. But here's the thing that happens every single time that we've talked about this every single time. We'll get a Dynamite that has like no women on it, right? Like barely anything. We'll get to a Collision, they'll do what they do, right? Like we'll have like a couple really good women's matches, and then we'll be like, okay, yeah, we're good, and then we'll go right back next week, and then we'll get the same bullshit that we get for the women on Dynamite.
Right.
That's a problem that needs to change. It needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I hate the fact that we need like a Tony and a Mercedes to do this, because AEW could have been building these women from jump. Like AEW has a lot of talented women that could have maybe not stepped in for Tony and Mercedes, but at least you would be able to like put some more stock behind them. The fact that we haven't really been doing that is frustrating. Are we going to get more of that now? Yeah, I think so, because of what happened with Willow, sadly, and doing the survival of the fittest that we're going to be talking about later.
Right.
There's more opportunities to put more women on TV now. But how are we going to settle this, like, survival of the fittest thing? I thought it should have been on Forbidden Door, but it's not. It's going to be on Dynamite. So that means what are we doing for Forbidden Door? Because right now, Tekla isn't building anything for Forbidden Door at all. Other than Taro Okada showing up, right? Because she got fired. So what's our world champion going to be doing? We technically haven't really built anything for Forbidden Door, honestly, since like 4 weeks. But we'll give them time. Forbidden Door doesn't really have to like build like all like the other pay-per-views do. But I was rambling. My point is, the AEW's women's division deserves better, 1,000%. And it's time that we continue to be loud about it. Even though we have like good representation on Collision with like proper matches, that's not enough anymore, because this happens every single time. So every week, everyone needs to be loud about women's representation on the shows, because at this point, that's the only way you're actually going to properly get it from AEW.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. I also think that the fact that that you brought up a point with, you know, Tekla not being on TV. Like, we're talking about Tony Storm and Mercedes not being on TV, but there's somebody right there that more than took over those, you know, spots, which is Tekla. Like, she goes on TV, she's the one of the most entertaining things on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You need I don't know where. There shouldn't be any lost confidence, because her matches have been great, and her on screen has been great. So there's no reason not to have Tekla on TV like every week, the same way you were showcasing Tony Storm, Mercedes, right? And here's the other thing: AEW's were the best wrestle, right?
Yep.
You got women that are some of the best wrestlers in the world. Sometimes you don't need that 20-minute segment on TV. Sometimes you just need to put them in the ring. And that's where I guarantee if you put some AEW women in the ring, they're going to shine every time. Like, you can literally put Divine Dominion on there every week, and they're not going to have a bad match.
Mm-hmm.
That is somebody that's a team they should just be pushing to the moon, and not just having as like a 5-minute attraction.
Yeah.
Right.
And people are going to be like, oh, but there's a story between the 5-minute attraction. No, bro. Like, have you even taken out Lena Cross from the whole thing, right? Remember when people were pushing really hard to bring Lena Cross in? Remember that?
Yeah.
Like a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all seen Megan Bayne wrestle?
Speaking of like one of the most ridiculous wrestlers on the roster, yeah, Megan Bayne.
you're putting that in 5-minute squash matches?
Yeah, no.
Come on, bro. Like, no. Megan Bayne wrestled Tony Storm, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, she's so great!" Like, bro, please. I'm hoping the 5-minute thing dies now. Now that someone was able to like get past it on Collision, which we'll talk about later.
Mm-hmm.
But God, the last like month with Divine Dominion has been frustrating.
Yeah. Especially after those bangers they were putting on back to back.
Right?
And with everybody. Shit. Hometown Hero number 5 and 6 are there. They put on like a 10-minute banger with them.
It was ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous how good they are. Like, you can say that about a lot of women on the roster, right? And I think what we're going to do today is while we're going through Dynamite and Collision, I'm going to be really mad, really mean about some shit that could have been cut.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you right now, from jump, the MJF Park Principle thing did not have to be as long as it was.
No, not at all.
We didn't need the ops thing. Jack Perry and Mark Davis didn't have to be as long as it was. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot of things that we could talk about in here that could have been cut down, and you could have put a really good women's match in here.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's the frustrating thing. The frustrating thing right now is if we want, I'm gonna actually reset my sentence because I'm not gonna do the other one. I'm gonna start here. If we want the AEW's women's division to be better, we need to continue to be loud about it, right? Mm-hmm. The part of the problem also is I saw people like being upset about Hazuki being on Collision. It's like, you fucking, like, you people are so weird. They're like, oh, Collision isn't put as the A show, so it doesn't really need to be seen. Bro, you guys are like indoctrinated by what WWE does. WWE makes you feel that way, that there's a B show and an A show. That's not a thing. Dynamite and Collision are important. People got mad about Will Ospreay having like a character development with Moxley on Collision. Like, why wasn't that on Dynamite? You fucking idiots, because they're both important shows.
Right.
And I saw no one talking about what was going on in Collision, because Collision had some, well, not a lot, but the 2 women's matches that we got were really great. We got a really good backstage segment. Like, we got more on Collision. Collision always does well with the women, for the most part. Mm-hmm. We need more on Dynamite.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Bro, that's really all I got. Like, we can circle around this for hours, but realistically, we all know the women's division deserves better. They do okay on Collision. They do better on Dynamite. That's pretty much where we are.
Yeah. And and just mark my words, whenever Mercedes comes back, that void that's on Dynamite is suddenly going to be filled with like 2 to 3 women's matches.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna have a Mercedes segment, and then whatever was regularly scheduled for the women will be on.
Yeah, or added, because some of like the lower end men's matches will be taken off. Mm-hmm. Just from the jump.
Yeah. God.
They'll be thrown on Collision.
Yeah, they'll put those on Collision. Remember that one? There was a random Collision this year that had like 3 women's matches on it.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What the hell?
What is this?" They were all long too.
Yeah, we covered it. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to find it.
Oh, yeah. See,
youtube.com/AGPW podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe. Mm-hmm. That's really it, man. Did you want to move on to I don't know how we want to tackle Double or Nothing. We're not going to go through the whole show. We're definitely not doing that shit. We're not doing that. we're a week out. Do you want to talk about like some of your favorite moments from Double or Nothing this year?
Oh yeah, man. For sure, Mox and Kyle O'Reilly.
That was so good.
That match
was so good.
Was so goddamn good. Just from the jump. And it was just, that thing that Mox said. The storytelling that Mox was setting between those two. He's like, I'm not the same guy I was 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. And that's the truth, because 6 months ago, when Kyle O'Reilly had him in the middle of the ring with the ankle lock, he would have tapped.
Yeah.
Especially fresh off of his loss, after he lost the title to Hangman, he was tapping all the damn time.
Bro, he was... That losing streak did not last as long as it felt, but it was so long because he wrestles like twice a week.
Yeah. He also wrestles everywhere and all the time. So
yeah. So that felt like 6 months of losses in the span of like, what, 2 months, something like that?
Yeah. So yeah, but at the same time, that was his point. He was like, "Hey, like same guy I was 6 months ago." And I'm like, "Hey, I agree." Moxley was wrestling like a man possessed. Kyle O'Reilly was wrestling like a man possessed also.
Mm-hmm.
He was coming out like a monster in that match. But yeah, that match was fantastic.
God bless, bro. I loved the shit out of that match. As someone who, I guess I'll openly say it now, I am kind of ready for Moxley to drop the Continental Championship. The last time we talked, that's kind of what we're talking about, right? I was ready for him to drop that title.
And I was not.
I have come back around immediately from that match. I was like, fuck, all right, Moxley, go hold for the rest of the year, fine. Go ahead.
Yep.
That's fine. I'll allow it.
Damn right.
I mean, everything was good here, so I don't want to touch on too much. But all of the Owen Hart tournament matches,
Oh yeah.
all three of them were great, bro. Like every single one. I think low key the best one, surprisingly, might have been Swerve. Well, I guess not surprisingly, Swerve and Bandito.
Yeah, that's not surprising. It's Swerve and Bandito.
Like, Lord have mercy. The thing that everyone was talking about, Swerve getting on top of Bandito's shoulders and then hitting that like, I guess I'll call it a modified house call. He basically just kicked him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
For the finish, and then going up for the Swerve stomp, bro. That match, that Bandito and Swerve, bro. Oh my god.
And when Bandito went for that 21 plex and Swerve countered it and did the Kryptonite Crush, yeah.
Bro.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. That entire match was just like incredible. We'll leave it there. Overall, what did you think about Double or Nothing?
Oh man, overall Double or Nothing. I want to say, man, I'm gonna say so far this year, I think it was the best show of the year.
Without question. I think I have a bias for Tanahashi's retirement at Wrestle Kingdom. Mm-hmm. So that will always kind of be my number one right now, because that night, that's the first Wrestle Kingdom I stayed up for in like a couple years.
Yeah.
And I just go ahead.
Let me preface that. I meant best AEW show this year.
Oh no, like, so that New Japan show is always just gonna be like kind of one no matter what. Double Nothing for me was like 1A.
Yeah.
Right? I think it was like, as a show, it was the best show that I watched all year. Like, as a show. But again, Tanahashi's retirement is just, it can't, my body will not allow me to say anything was better than that this year. My wrestler of the year is probably going to be Hiroshi Tanahashi, and he wrestled one match. Like, that's where I'm at right now with my brain. So,
yeah. The thing, there was only one match I was worried about.
Which one?
Not being good, and it turned out to be one of the most entertaining matches on the card.
Oh, Stadium Stampede?
Stadium Stampede.
Yeah.
That shit was entertaining.
You know what? I was actually kind of worried too, right? The Bucks on Being the Elite channel, they put out some clips about the first Stadium Stampede. Mm-hmm. You know, the Inner Circle versus the Elite?
Yeah.
And the way that they shot it they shot it all like the day before, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, is that what they're going to do here? How are we going to do Stadium Stampede here? And it ended up just kind of being, it was just, what is it, Anarchy of the Arena?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And
without the music. That's the only difference.
Man. You know, one day when they come back to Vegas and do Anarchy in the Arena again.
Bro, with
back.
how that New York crowd was, I don't think we're getting Double or Nothing back anytime soon.
Yeah. New York kind of killed us.
Yeah, they were up the whole show. It was fantastic, bro. Like, once I saw that, I was mad last year about what was it?
Arizona?
Yeah,
fuck Arizona.
Yeah. I was like, fuck Arizona. Like, what are you doing here? But going to New York, and New York was like buzzing the entire show. Even the pre-show. Like, they were buzzing the entire show. I was like, all right. I understand. I get it.
Yep.
It
You
feels
know
weird
what?
not. It feels weird not being at an AEW show this year.
You know what? There was only one thing I hated on the whole card.
I know. You know what? I know what it is, but go ahead and say it.
It was on the pre-show.
Yeah, I know.
Not enough. And it was STP getting screwed by the big loser AJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the conglomeration, but come on, losing to Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall, it was gross.
I think they're trying to reward them now because they're on Collision, and they were in that big ending for Collision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're being like, hey, y'all, thank you. Like all SCP except for Trish Adora. I didn't see Trish Adora on Collision, I don't think, and Agogo, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Agogo. I don't know where he is.
He's somewhere.
Yeah, so I think they're like, hey, yo, thank you for doing this because y'all had 2 pay-per-views in a row where y'all went out to Big Boom. We're gonna put y'all in this hot angle that we have going on right now. I think that's what happened.
Mm-hmm. Which, yeah, it's good they benefited from it. They weren't like other people that said no. We're not going to name names here. We're not going to name names. Mm-mm. We all know who they are.
Yeah. MJF called one of them out a couple weeks ago for a double nothing press.
Yeah. He called them out and shit talked them for about 10 minutes. Yeah, it was. But yeah, they got rewarded for it. They did what they had to do. They got rewarded for it, but I think it was the only part I hated. But it wasn't like, oh my god, it ruined the whole pay-per-view type deal. No, not at all. The match was still fun. Okay, it was still fun.
Yeah,
but they had to lose to the Costco guy.
Yeah, sadly.
And the little fat shit Rizzler.
Mm-hmm. Shane Taylor getting speared. But to hop off of Double Nothing because we're here late. Shout out to Mick Foley. Yeah. Shout out to Takeshita and Okada.
Yes.
Shout out. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Shout out MJF Darby Allin.
Yeah.
It was a good way to follow up that Stadium Stampede.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Vine Dominion. Y'all did y'all thing. And who was it? It was Viva Van and who else? Zeta Steel, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all too. Overall, the show was fantastic. I think I think easily one of AEW's best pay-per-views, and I think it has the potential to be pay-per-view of the year. I think it's going to be show of the year most likely. I don't know how you go up from this other than the Ospreay moment at All In, and then stacking that card to the gills with something ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I think right now the only show that has potential in my mind to pass Double or Nothing from AEW is probably All In.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But here's the other thing too. There's 2 matches that were in a row. You already know what I'm going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So you spoke about one of them, Takeshita and Okada, which that was a phenomenal match. But right behind it, they put Athena and Mina. It was literally the next match. I'm like, who? I'm like, oh my goodness. But luckily, well, not even luckily, but that crowd in New York was just as hyped for that match as they were the Okada Takeshita match.
Yeah, I felt, you know what, you're right. I felt bad at first because it wasn't even just that too, right? The opening match, the I Quit match,
yeah,
was also crazy. And then they went up higher with Takeshita and Okada. And I actually got mad. I was like, why the fuck would you put Athena Mina right here? And they had a really good match. Don't get me wrong. The match was really great. I think Athena's selling the shit out of her leg too, bro. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Athena is easily top 5 in that company, but they won't put her on AEW TV for whatever reason. Yeah, putting them right there, I was like, fuck. And once the crowd was still picked up for him. Like, okay, yeah, this is probably AEW's best crowd in easily like a year.
Yeah, that cheer they did for Athena when she came in, and actually, I think Athena's on her way to being on the AEW more, on Dynamite more, because you saw her little intro thing in the back, right? It was different. Like they put some extra money into it.
Yeah, she has a new song too. They debuted it on the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I don't even think we talked about that pay-per-view too much, but yeah, they debuted that new song and her new Tron at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and I think you're right, because when I watched, I was like, oh shit, she's losing, and when she didn't lose the Ring of Honor Women's Championship, I was like, oh, okay, and then they still brought it to AEW. I was like, okay, yeah, they're I think they're pushing for it. I'm pretty sure Athena's winning the tournament.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah. It's really, at this point, it's really about who she's gonna be wrestling at Forbidden Door. I say you go crazy and do Persephone. Make it like a real Forbidden Door match.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. The women's Owen Hart tournament is more Forbidden Door than anything. Because like all the companies are represented there,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess we spoiled the men's one, right? Like we called it immediately.
Oh yeah.
The second that the bracket came out, we broke it down, and it's going exactly how we thought.
Yeah.
I think we even called that episode Owen Hart spoilers, I think.
Yeah, it's going down exactly how we see it. And we already know what the finals is.
Yeah.
It's Ospreay versus Swerve. That's the finals.
Now the question is, do you think they're gonna let that main event like they let Ospreay Hangman main event in at Double or Nothing last year?
Ooh, I don't know. They might.
Because what's MJF gonna do at Forbidden Door? Is it gonna be Briscoe? That's not no offense, no shade, no nothing. That's definitely not a pay-per-view main event, especially not at Forbidden Door.
Now, here's an out of left field one. Just, I don't know if we're gonna get Forbidden Door. I don't know if New Japan's gonna show up on Forbidden Door. We'll see after the current sale that happened.
Oh, you know what? We should have front loaded that. That did happen. That did happen a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And we didn't even talk about it. That's right.
So I don't know if something's gonna, if they're not gonna be partnered up or something like that. But if they are, I'm just gonna go out left field. Yota Tsuji versus MJF.
Yeah.
Let's see it happen. There's a Forbidden Door match. That'd be a good Forbidden Door match.
That would actually be fantastic. Yeah, actually.
Yeah. So.
Well, okay, we have Best Super Juniors happening right now, which we'll talk about. I think the finals are next week. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They might happen by the time. I think we will record after the finals.
Okay.
So what we should do, we'll give it another week. We'll see what shakes up from the Best Super Junior finals, and then we'll talk about the sale then, because I definitely want to take some more time for that, because it is, bro, it's such a weird situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just for clarity's sake, the finals for Best Super Junior are happening on the 7th, and then the minions on the 14th. So we'll have a show in between. So we'll be able to really wait and see what happens, and then really talk about the sale and New Japan, because there's been a lot of talk about New Japan, like the sale that you're talking about, and people are not feeling the Best Super Juniors right now, which I don't fully agree with, but it's a whole other conversation.
Wonder what they're not feeling about it.
it's we have a lot of really good juniors in it. And I think the people who are actually like actively watching Best Super Juniors are having a good time because it's really fun. And it's different, right? Because Jun Kasai's in it. He's just basically having hardcore matches every week. Or not every week, every time he steps in the ring with everyone who's with. Dragon Gate, his name Hio, is doing really well too. Like just like a machine for clips that people can't post because New Japan does not let people post their clips on Twitter, especially now that they're owned by the channel that they're owned by now.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be interesting. We'll talk a lot about it with the finals next week because we'll talk about the whole tournament next week, and we really do need to talk about that merger, that sale.
Yeah, because that's going to be an interesting thing to see what they do with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they're gonna go with it, who they're gonna partner up with, if how a couple of these companies are gonna coexist, right? Like, New Japan and Pro Wrestling Noah. How are they gonna, what are they gonna do to make those coexist? Are they gonna be separate entities? Are they gonna make them the same thing? There's some questions. I got questions.
And the fact that Stardom didn't go with them also is super interesting too, because Stardom, I know people. I don't know how many people in the States watch Stardom, right? It's a little bit harder to access even with the Stardom World, Stardom World. I almost said email. I'm tripping out. The Stardom World website. It's still a little bit harder to watch, but the fact that Stardom has been having low-key a better year than New Japan this year.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't part of the sale. Bushiroad still owns Stardom, apparently.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of shit that we can be talking about, and I definitely want this. I want the it's to settle a little bit more to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be probably like a major topic next week. So if y'all listening right now, make sure you tune in next week, like you do every week, for this AEW and pro wrestling goodness.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, like tune in next week, but before that, comment and put in the comments below what you guys think.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Because it's such an interesting situation, and the way that it dropped. I think we're not gonna, like I said, we're really not gonna talk about it for real. But the fact that people think that AEW was dropped from New Japan World because of this, even though it was already. I think we heard a story like 6 months ago about New Japan not doing commentary for AEW anymore.
Yeah.
And the fact that it dropped like right after the sale story, just hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we will see what happens. We're gonna keep a close eye on that, and we're gonna report as much as we can next week.
Yeah.
But I know what else we got to do.
Oh, what's that?
We got to do our main event.
Got to do the main event?
We have to talk about this Dynamite and both Collisions. Our review.
Well, of course. It wouldn't be us reviewing the shows without it, right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's get to it.
Man. All right. So, coming off a hot double or nothing, what we see first is we're going to the trainer's room from Sunday. And then we see them together again.
Yep.
Well, first Ospreay is, he's happy. He feels 100%. He's great, right? He feels great. He's going to go in the training room, get some ice. And who happens to be sitting there? Kenny Omega. We're back from what we did 2 months ago. I thought AEW forgot. Because Kenny has not been on TV. He was not on TV this week either. They were sitting. Kenny is not happy that Ospreay is aligned with the Death Riders. And Ospreay is not happy that Kenny is talking like this when he doesn't even show up to work. So we are building to our all-in main event. I don't care what anyone says. It's happening. It's happening. We're building in the back for it. Kenny and Ospreay are not really happy with each other right now. And who so happens to be back there also? Moxley.
Yeah.
And Moxley brought some history too, because Kenny didn't have the best history in AEW either.
Nope.
No. The last thing that Ospreay said to Kenny was like, "Hey, don't give up on that world title." I know a lot of people are delusional like I am. That's our all-in main event. It's there. I can see the vision. We're gonna get there. We're getting Kenny Ospreay main event all in Wembley Stadium. We're getting there. Prophet, what were your thoughts on this segment?
Oh, I thought the segment was great, but I really did like Moxley going, oh, he's like, I'm not denying what you're saying. He's like, hey, you tell some truth, but hold on right there, my man. You got some skeletons in your closet too. And Kenny was like, oh shit, the way Kenny looked after he said that, he's like, oh well, fuck.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
because when he was the belt collector, Kenny was a motherfucker, especially when he was with the Don Callis family. Yeah. Yeah, evil Kenny Omega. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think people forget because the only thing we get from Belt Collector right now is just him walking out with all 4 belts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kenny was a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's the Belt Collector. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought overall it was great segment. Those segments are always really good. Like that thing they say, oh, they don't tell stories, man. They're telling some good ass stories right now.
Bro, we're about to get into another one that just kind of started, right?
Yeah.
Prophet, we have to say we were wrong about this one.
Yeah, well, shit. I think we were so biased that we were wrong. That's why.
I think that's what it was. I think fully on, because now I went back and I was thinking after the segment, after the Kevin Knight segment.
Yeah. I
went back and I rewatched the him talking to Darby last week. I was like, oh yeah, that was really a warning. He told us. I just didn't want to believe it.
I refuse to believe it.
I refuse to believe it. But we come back into the ring. We are now live, and the Jet, Kevin Knight, comes out and talks about what happened at Double or Nothing. If you don't know what happened at Double or Nothing, Kevin Knight turned by attacking Darby Allin with a UFO splash while he was tied up to a gurney. He couldn't move, and Kevin Knight attacked him. And the crowd was instantly against Kevin Knight, which
yep.
Y'all calm down a little bit. Y'all went crazy. Y'all don't even boo MJF like that.
They don't even do MJF like that, and he calls them all white trash.
They barely boo him. But neither here nor there. I'll let it go this week. We'll see what happens. Jet gets on the mic, and he just seemed like such a natural heel. I don't think he's never been heel from what I've seen. But he just seems like such a natural heel. He talks shit. He talks shit about the 76ers.
Yes.
He said that Darby let him down, let everyone down.
Yeah.
And he was just upset, so he did what he had to do. And who comes out? Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball was like us, I think. Speedball was in our camp. He was like, hey, look, you made a mistake. We all make mistakes. That's totally fine. All you got to do is apologize, and then we'll be good. Everything will be fine. Like, Speedball trying to fix this whole situation.
He's trying to fix everything. Poor Speedball.
Speedball got attacked, bro. Kevin Knight hit him with that microphone, and then dropped him with Uranagi, bro. Just dropped him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I feel so bad for Speedball. Kevin Knight walks out, boos raining everywhere. What were your thoughts on this segment?
I thought it was great. Shit, he even came out with the turtleneck. Hey, You know you're a bad guy when you come out with the turtleneck.
Bro, his wardrobe completely changed immediately.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a villain now, turtleneck.
Christian Cage is probably like, hey, I got some spare turtlenecks in the back.
Turtleneck gold chain, done.
Here you go. But no, I thought it was great, and what better way to instantly get all that, show everybody that you really are the bad guy now, than to attack two beloved people back to back. Speedball and Darby, right?
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. The Speedball one's shocked me.
Yeah. But you know what? It's one of those things, man. Like, Speedball's talking that trash, and he's like, it was kind of like one of those, hey, did you not hear what the hell I just said?
I'm telling you, Speedball was delusional like we were.
Yeah.
Speedball didn't hear a word he said. Hey, we all make mistakes. But then someone brought up, because I actually had forgot about this, because it was like such a small point about when Kevin Knight was talking to Swerve in the back from like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I forgot about that point completely, and someone brought that up. I was like, that's right, because he kind of let it go. Like, he's like, oh, you want to walk with killers, be a killer, and here we go, we're here.
Yep, he's being a killer now. So
it's just, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say. So he's doing, when he's saying that I'm doing what I gotta do, that's what he has to do.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it, but next week. Later in the show, Speedball challenges the Jet, Kevin Knight, to a match, and we are getting that this week. We're getting Kevin Knight, Speedball, TNT Championship. Should be very interesting. I hope that I guess with the other matches that we get, I guess not main eventing, but it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes this week.
Yeah.
And now we go from something that was very interesting to something that I'm happy Ricochet is now done with.
Oh yeah.
We had a backstage segment first. Ricochet was back there with the Demand and with Renee. Basically, he was upset that they were having this match, like, whatever. And then they come out, and then we get the Jericho versus Ricochet match. And I'm not even gonna talk about the match. Ricochet lost to Jericho. Jericho had to get the win back, right? Jericho looked not great in this match.
No, not at all.
Like, Ricochet didn't even look like he broke a sweat. Like, Ricochet was, like, slowed down. Like, the match was not great. Right after the match, Tommaso Ciampa attacks Jericho. And I guess we're moving on from Ricochet to Ciampa. And I feel bad for Ciampa also. He was on such a great run.
It's like you're doing a eulogy right now, bro.
I haven't been a fan of Jericho for, like, over a year now. We've talked about this on this podcast, right?
Yeah.
But he's even slower than he was on his last run before he left.
Mm-hmm.
He's in better shape. I'm just not a fan of Jericho. I feel so bad for Ciampa, because Ciampa's doing such good shit, bro. And now he has to be in the Jericho vortex, and then Ricochet's out of it, thankfully. So we'll see what Ricochet does next.
Well, here's the thing I kind of found funny. That, like, the second he beat Ricochet, I think they just looked at somebody in the back and was like, you, go out there. Get him out of there. Get him out of the vortex.
Jericho needs something else to do. He can't linger. He needs something else. Go.
He can't linger, or he's going to call out something. He's going to call out the world champion. Come on. Just go out there.
That's probably what it was. You have anything you want to talk about for the segment in the match?
Man, the fact that he fucked up that lion salt so bad.
Ricochet moved like almost a whole foot, and still got caught in the face.
Yeah, he still got hit in the face. And Jericho, pretty much missed it. But you know what? Hey, good on Ricochet. He's gonna get rewarded for it. I know it. Mm-hmm. Him and the Demand. So, Ricochet's out of the vortex. Ciampa's in it now. Unfortunate for Ciampa, but yeah, man. Match was, I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah. If Jericho's willing to be a manager that doesn't wrestle, I feel like that would be okay. Like if he like you pit someone with Jericho, and you can let him be a face. Like if he wants to say a face, let him say a face. Pit him with like a young star that can't really talk. Because Jericho, no matter what you say about Jericho, Jericho still got the gift of gab.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He just can't wrestle.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, I should say that he can't wrestle anymore. So it's I just wish he would just be like just a manager instead, and he could do feuds that way. Like I don't know. Like this took a lot of time from Ricochet. It's gonna take a lot of time from Ciampa. Ciampa, a lot of people would consider Ciampa like what their wrestler of the year right now, and now he has to deal with Jericho. And he probably has to deal with Jericho because Jericho was like, "Oh, Ciampa's doing great. I want to wrestle him." And that's why I sound so sad. I feel so bad for Ricochet, and I feel so bad for Ciampa.
Yeah, I think Jericho's like has a list of who he wants to wrestle, and once he's done with that, I think he's going. Now, here's me just taking a guess, guys. Don't take it serious. But I think he's going to be doing more. I feel like he's going to be doing backstage stuff later on. He's just going to be like a big backstage player, kind of like Big Show is right now. Right? I think he's going to get his. I feel like this is his final run, and then he's going to retire from in ring and then do backstage stuff.
I think that needs to happen because as a mind, Jericho, you need a mind like Jericho still, right? Jericho can still do a lot of the things that wrestlers need. He just can't wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
So just take that out. And this is something that could have been cut also because that match was long. It was almost 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's like 15. Between 15 and 20 minutes, yeah.
This definitely could have got cut down because we knew Jericho was going to win back. He easily could have been cut down, put something else to put more time for something else here. All right. After that, Andrade is saying that he's going after the AEW World Title again, and the CCP's over, which is great. And then we're gonna age up the show from this point on because we're talking about a lot of old stuff from this point on. Because after the Andrade section, we had a Superstation showcase.
Hell yeah. I'm aging myself, but hell yeah.
On commentary, it was hilarious because like they had to explain what the Superstation was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, we are old. We're so old.
Yeah. Yep.
The four-way involved Rush, Lio Rush, Brian Cage, and Orange Cassidy. Again, this was for like who's gonna be on Dynamite? You. Y'all go wrestle. We'll call it something. Go. But because we had like a lot of really fun interactions, right? Like we got our first interaction with Leo and Orange Cassidy, which was hilarious. Orange Cassidy looked freaked out, which valid.
Yeah.
We got Rush and Brian Cage minutes, which was fun to watch. They did end up making something out of this, right? Because eventually the Knockouts family came out, and we got a very quiet return of Jake Doyle.
Yeah.
Jake Doyle's back. Orange Cassidy and Brian Cage brawled out of the arena, so we were left with Rush and Lio Rush.
Yeah,
and we got some good Blackheart Leo. We got some good Blackheart Rush moments here, Rush moments. But of course, you know who's gonna win? The man on a win streak. Rush had his biggest win in a while on AEW TV, which was really great. A very great way to showcase Rush on Dynamite because he's been just doing like these little squash matches for a little bit. Prophet, what were your thoughts on the match overall?
My thoughts on the match overall were the match was fun. Like, my question is, Don Callis' family has all these super jacked dudes, man.
Yeah.
So, are we going to have Doyle and Cage now? because Mark Davis is doing a singles thing right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, Mark Davis is being a monster and running through people. Is Brian Cage and Jake and Doyle going to be a tag team?
We did get a glimpse of that on Collision, and they looked real good as a tag team.
We'll just call them Super Jacked. That's all we're going to call them.
What I want the trio. Like, I want Davis, Doyle, and Brian Cage as a trio going for those trios titles.
Or can we get Doyle, Cage, and Lance Archer?
That would be dope too.
Yeah.
If we want to preserve Mark Davis as a singles guy right now, which I think would be a good idea, I think your idea is really good. To throw Archer in there instead of Davis.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. But overall, yeah, it was a fun match. Like, one thing I came out with is I need more Blackheart and Orange Cassidy going against each other. I think we just need that match to happen, like a full on 1-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
And just the Blackheart Leo Rush thing, man, is just, I think that's the best thing he's done for himself. We said it the last podcast. I do think him changing to Blackheart was like a super smart move.
I mean, he's on TV now more than he's ever been. They even did like I don't want to call it WWE-esque because I don't want to call it that. They did like a goofy segment on Collision, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Leo Rush in it, right? So he's on TV a lot more now than he is before. And that brings up your point before. Remember how you were talking about y'all go out, figure things out, bring that in and see what happens? I mean, Leo Rush did it. Like, there's your example.
Yeah.
He went out, he did Blackheart via through a bunch of indies. Came back and look at him. He's on Dynamite and Collision every week. He had a solid match at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
It's just, sometimes you gotta put a little extra work in. Like as for anything.
Yeah. Just gotta put that work in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and then again, I need Brian Cage versus everybody. just in general. Because he's getting his stuff back, but I think between the first little encounter between him and Roosh, I think Roosh wasn't expecting that big ass man to do a fucking do a luchador move, so it shocked him.
Right?
It shocked me too. I was like, what? Huh?
Brian Cage came back somehow more nimble than he was before.
Yeah, no, I don't know how. He's bigger and more nimble than before.
I think even Taz brought it up, right? Like he said, he leaned down, he still looks huge.
Yeah, my goodness, man. But we need more Brian Cage every week. And I'm glad Roosh is getting getting a lot of time too, because that guy deserves it too, because that guy's so good.
It's gonna be fun because we get to talk about Roosh a little bit more later on this show.
Yeah, but yeah, overall good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we're gonna hit these 3 segments back to back pretty quickly. We got more Kevin Knight minutes here. Kevin Knight comes up, he confronts MJF first. Kevin Knight is coming after that title still. And MJF was like, "Hey, he did a great job with Darby," and Kevin Knight was like, "Bro, fuck you. I'm here for that. We're not buddies." And then MJF walks away. Kevin Knight walks away, and Kevin Knight is again confronted, but this time by Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah.
And the crowd went crazy, bro. The crowd went crazy just from them standing in front of each other. Kyle was like, "Hey, it's nice that we got there." And Kevin Knight was like, "Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? It looks good on me, doesn't it?" And looks like they're about to have a problem. And then Don Callis comes and is like, "Hey, you look great. What are you calling yourself?" He said, "Jet 2 belts." It's like, "Hey, if you want to be serious about that, you know where to find me. So we're getting more recruiting. Kevin,
God damn it.
He wants Kevin Knight and the Don Callis family. I don't think it's happening.
No.
And then we'll talk about these two segments really quick, and then we'll circle back. We got a Mark Briscoe vignette. It was fun. We got to see a lot of Jay Briscoe in it too, which was really nice. Mm-hmm. Like, it was really nice to see. Like, it was just kind of nice to see. And then after, our first women's representation on the show, by the way, Brawling Birds were in the back, and it was basically Alex Windsor talking up her match against the wild card that's gonna be happening this week on Dynamite, and Jamie Hayter was like, "Hey, I might have lost Tekla, but hey, you can't keep a good bird down. We're gonna come out on top," and that's all that was. Prophet, do you have any thoughts on either these two segments or the vignette?
I really did like the segment with Kevin Knight. Because it was one of those things where, MJF's like, "Hey, yeah, you helped me out, buddy. Yeah, you appreciate me as world champ." It's like, yo, hold up. I don't know where you're going with that. Don't get that shit twisted. I'm coming for that title.
Mm-hmm. He even stopped him. He stopped him by holding the title. It was like,
Yeah. So I like that he's like showing like, hey, no. The mission statement is the same. I'm coming for that title. And the fact that Kyle Fletcher showed up at the end, and him and Kyle Fletcher, that match is going to go hard. Whenever Kyle Fletcher is 100%, because he's not yet, whenever he is 100% and ready to go, that match between him and Kevin Knight's going to go hard.
We may or may not have an update on that that we'll talk about on the Collision show.
Mm-hmm. See, come on, man. I'm building the suspense here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Next, I'm not going to talk about this too much. MJF celebration. He's celebrating being a 3-time world champion. Mark Briscoe comes out. Mark Briscoe gets basically like talked down about real bad, and he doesn't respond, which is also crazy. But this is where we see Roosh. Roosh comes out and is like, "Hey, you're chicken shit. Let's fight." And MJ was like, "Yeah, let's fight next week." And that's all that was. That it could have been that too. We could have cut this down to make some room for something else also. You have any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I agree with what you said about like it could have been cut down, because like the first part of the very first part of that segment, right? Like between Roosh and not Roosh, but between Briscoe and MJF.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the MJF portion was fine. It's just classic MJF, right?
Yeah, at this point.
But when Mark Briscoe came in, all right, people are going to think I'm going to sound mean when I say this, but it's almost like he didn't know what to say. Or he was going to say something and he was like, "Oh shit, that might be bad." And then he was looping around what he was saying. And it just came out as a jumbled mess.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
So it happened a few times in the thing when he was trying to say certain things, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Like you could literally see him like thinking in his head, "Nope, shouldn't say that," and go around and say something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was that could like kind of bring you out of the moment a little bit. It kind of works a little bit because it's Mark Briscoe, so you're not going to expect what the hell he's going to say. But yeah, you could see it. You could see like it was kind of like he was going to say one thing. He was like, "Oh shit, I shouldn't say that." He was going to say another thing. "Oh shit, I shouldn't say that either," and just looped around and then said something else. And it came out as like just a jumbled mess until like he finally got to the end of it and started making his point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, Roosh came out and pretty much called him a chicken shit also, and like MJF's like, oh yeah, well we're gonna fight. Skipped around Mark Briscoe and just decided to fight Roosh.
Yeah, the person that he's beaten before against the person that beat him in like the last 6 months.
Yeah. So,
whatever.
Yeah, it was an okay segment, right? Like, but that's what really stuck out to me. Was like he was like, I don't know, but when Mark Briscoe was talking, he kind of looped around and was like, it was like, oh, I shouldn't say that, and he just started going, around like that. The segment with the Brawling Birds, I did like that. I liked it a lot. And I feel... So, I like the Brawling Birds a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they should be the tag champions after Divine Dominion. Because out of all the women's tag teams in AEW, sorry Tay Mello and Anna Jay, but I feel like the Brawling Birds are like number 2. Out of all of them. Divine Dominion is the clear number 1, but number 2 is the Brawling Birds. And then 3 is like high end in Maya World. I don't know. What do you guys think? Put that in the comments.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, I also kind of think TJ is going to be bounced out too, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's just something. Because they were building Brawling Birds for a while, right? And then that kind of just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get Brawling Birds Divine Dominion. Like, there's no other choice.
And I feel like that would be a great... If they won at All In at Wembley Stadium, I feel like that would be a great moment.
I can see that. Because I don't think Windsor's winning, right? And then Windsor can still win a title at All In. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Next up, Jack Perry. They were in Philly, so someone had to do the Rocky thing, and it happened to be Jungle Jack.
Damn right, I would do it.
Yeah. So someone had to do it, right, on the show. You're in Philadelphia. You have no choice. But sadly, I think doing the training earlier in the day did not help him, because we'll talk about what happens with him later in his match.
Yeah.
After that, though, we got, God bless. Can I call it a match? We got 2 big meaty men slapping meat.
Goddamn right.
Brody King versus Claudio Castagnoli.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't think we got like an actual like wrestling move until like 4 minutes in.
Yes.
They were just beating the hell out of each other. And then if you've listened to our podcast before, you should know, to the surprise of no one, we told you the spoilers. Brody King beat Claudio, and Brody King will now be facing Swerve Strickland in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Prophet, do you have any thoughts on this insane match?
Other than it was excellent? No. I have no other thoughts on this match other than we need one of these at least once a week.
Yes. These are the car crashes that I enjoy. These are the car crash matches I like.
They're not car crashes. They're big meaty men slapping
me. You know what? You're right. I apologize. I was wrong about that. I apologize. You are 100% correct.
Yeah, no, the match was fantastic. You need at least one a week. You got that AEW? One a week.
Remember when we were getting that once a week a while ago?
Oh yeah, because it was just a thing after what's his face? Miro and Hobbs.
Mm-hmm.
After that match, they were doing one a week.
Hopefully we get back to that, because that was great times. Good times.
Hey, you got all the Hosses back there. Look, you got Brian Cage, okay? I'm just gonna loop back to Brian Cage. See that? Hoss.
we got to break up the Don Callis family. We got to get some of them out of there.
They're gonna have the whole. It's gonna be worse than the MWO at one point. Everybody's gonna be in there.
It feels like everyone is.
Everyone good, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. They pretty much any good wrestler that doesn't have like a build spot already on AEW TV is in the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
Next up, we had a very wholesome moment ruined by a couple of dogs. We get to see Adam Copeland and Christian Cage as our new tag team champions. And I could not get over the fact that how happy Copeland seemed during this segment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's looked this happy in AEW ever. Like, he was running around, and again, we got to talk about being old again, because they want to do the 5-second pose. So we had to do for the benefit of those with flash photography. Christian was not into it though. Christian was like, "Yeah, bro, I ain't doing this shit. I'm good." It's like, we don't even have fast photography anymore. Like, what are we even doing? And apparently, Adam Copeland 20 years ago bought a bunch of cameras, disposable cameras, and he had to teach people how to use them. And I was like, oh my god, I am old.
Oof.
They also had to explain on commentary about how you actually got the pictures, and I was like, oh my god. Oh god, it was rough for me personally.
It was rough. Oh no, hell no. I'm talking about the good old days.
Oh no, just hearing them explain how those cameras worked was rough.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we use these all the time. I still got pictures.
Yeah, I still got a roll of film I gotta get.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were about to get it. They were about to do it, but the dogs show up. Clark Connors and David Finlay come out. They knock out Cope just straight up. Cope was knocked out immediately. I guess he blew himself. He said he was tired from running around, so he got hit in the back of the head with a shillelagh, and they beat the shit out of Christian Cage. And then they decided to do the 5-second pose, and they said that they were coming after the tag team championships. So we're getting dogs and Cope and Cage at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Prophet, what were your thoughts?
Great segment. Hey, like, unlike you know what? I have to come back around to this.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike a Jericho storyline or segment,
Yeah.
where it just feels like it's like, oh man, this has got to end. Cope and Cage, when they on there, especially like Cope especially when Cope is wrestling, because I think that was one of the points that we made, right? Mm-hmm. If he's not wrestling, he's just showing up. It's kind of like, but when he's like an active wrestler doing his thing and doing all this stuff, he's pretty great. Yeah, he was super happy, man. It was the one thing he's been waiting to do, and he's finally doing it. I do love the fact that the dogs have something. They're somewhere. And they're doing something. They're not forgotten, right?
Yeah.
Because there's so many times, like, you'll get a new group and they'll just get, I don't know, they'll be in limbo forever. So I'm glad that the dogs are, they're going for the tag titles, and I think it'll be fun seeing them with against Cope and Cage, even if it's going to be like, just a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's still going to be fun. Because the dogs, like the way they're presented, they're a little bit of a throwback too. So it's all in all, it's pretty cool. It's really fun.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Like, it's gonna be fun to see Clark Connors, David Finlay do what they're gonna do. Like, it's gonna be interesting to see how this rolls on. Next up, Swerve was talking about Brody King. He's like, "Oh, congratulations! Look, I made you relevant. I'm gonna beat you up." That's all that was, pretty much. Ain't really not a lot to talk about. Also, sadly, we can't talk a lot about the first women's match that we had on TV. Mm-hmm. Ty Mello, Anna Jay versus Anna Everett in Alley Catch. Very quick match. I don't even think it was 45 seconds. Knocked it out of here. They were done. We are talking about the women's division. We're not going to go too much further into that. And then we also talked about earlier that Kevin Knight is going to be facing Speedball. So that's all that was right there. Prophet, you have any thoughts on any of those 3 segments?
No, not really. I'm still on. Tay Mello and Anna Jay going, leapfrogging up. I guess Divine Dominion needs somebody to fight or somebody to beat up.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're the best ones to put up there. I think they're. I feel like this is just a big throwaway where they could just put something better on there. But, hey, Divine Dominion will make them and everybody else look good. Those 2 better not come out with the tag titles, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that would be a mistake.
That would be a huge mistake.
Divine Dominion should for sure at least go. I know we're skipping like 2 pay-per-views at this point, but Divine Dominion for sure should go into All In on the main show as tag champs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They should go in tag champions.
Next up, for our main event of Dynamite, we had our Owen Hart quarterfinal match between Jack Perry and Mark Davis. Mark Davis came out with an eye patch because he poked his eye out pretty bad on Double or Nothing. But then the eye patch came off immediately and his eye looked fine. So I was like, wait, I guess he's okay?
He's a beast.
Yeah. I was like, I guess he's fine. Because the eye patch came off pretty much immediately, like in like 5 minutes. This match also like went longer than I expected it to go. Like it cut into almost like 10 minutes of Collision.
Mm-hmm.
Which was like weird. I'm not gonna talk too much about the match. This was like a continuation of their last couple matches they've been having, which are great matches, don't get me wrong. But I definitely could have seen this get cut down a little bit more. Of course, because again, we spoiled it. Mark Davis is the winner, and he will go on to be facing Will Ospreay in the semifinals. That's going to be happening this week. Prophet, do you have any thoughts on our Dynamite main event?
Dynamite main event in 10 minutes of Collision? The Collision starter?
Yeah.
No, it was fine for what it was. And yeah, it was pretty much a continuation of what they've been doing, right? I feel like this is the end of it, though. This might be the end of it, and Mark Davis is going to go on and tear through and destroy the rest of the, anybody that comes after him, and go to other companies and destroy them too. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's where this is going.
Yeah, light work. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
We go on to our first of 3 hours of Collision, technically.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher. He went out there with the rest of Don Kyle's family who were already in the ring, including Mark Davis. And basically he says that he's cleared. He can wrestle.
Oh.
100%. He's good. Mm-hmm. And he was like, listen, Takeshita never loved me. Takeshita never loved the Don Kyle's family. The second I moved out of the way, the second I was taken out, he wanted to do something for himself. That's how he always is. Blah, 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 blah. And then Takeshita comes out. But he's not alone. He comes out with the conglomeration. The trio champs.
Mm-hmm.
The Don Kyle family's outnumbered. They dip. Takeshita takes a mic and he says, Kyle Fletcher, I want you. Which means Kyle Fletcher's a liar because obviously Takeshita loves him still.
Yeah, if you look at Blue Sky, that's what they say. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Blue Sky. That's Blue Sky, all right.
Oh, God.
But yeah, we are starting the feud between Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher for the International Championship. This should be a barn burner of a feud. Prophet, do you have any thoughts?
No, other than the feud's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to, yeah. Yeah, this is going to, we're going to get a series of excellent matches with this feud.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Kyle Fletcher's ready? Oh, man, yeah. Miss Kyle Fletcher on my TV, man.
He got better on the mic too. He was talking. That man was talking.
He was spitting, man. He was.
God bless.
I was like, whoa. Were you just cutting promos in your bathroom or something, and all of a sudden you got better? What happened here?
Yeah, where did this come from?
Maybe he just Okada took him aside and was like, look at my body of work against Takeshita. See this? This is how you're supposed to hate him. And Kyle just took it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to continue to feud that way, right? Like, Okada's going to go off and do other things now, more than likely.
Yep.
And we get another barn burner feud that probably will not last a year and a half this time.
No. It's probably going to end at All In.
I can see it. Yeah. Next up, we had Will Ospreay in the back being a little too happy to be teaming with the Death Riders. We might need to have a conversation about Ospreay. Talk about he's not in the Death Riders. He seems real happy to be around them.
I mean, I don't know. I think he's warming up to maybe being a Death Rider.
I think so, because he was dapping up Jon Moxley. He tried to dap up Pac, and Pac was like, bro, I don't like you. Mm-hmm. And then they went out and they had a match against the Rascals, which was a very good trios match, by the way. Funny enough, Ospreay was the one who was the one getting beat down, which was funny in the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was I don't know why I said I don't know like that. This was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. But a lot happened in this trios match. The Rascals looked really good in this match as well. The Death Riders, which I'm just gonna call them Death Riders now at this point because Ospreay, you can deny all you want at this point, bro. You look way too happy. You looked happier being with them than you did with United Empire in Japan. Moxley and Pac cheated immediately, and instead of trying to reprimand them, you were like, okay, and you went on to wrestle. Like, you seem really happy with them. Anyway, the Death Riders and Will Ospreay did win this match, and then Pac and Jon Moxley gave Ospreay a little dap, and that's where we end. Prophet, what were your thoughts on the match?
Oh, the match wasn't bad, man. Like the Rascals, you know what's funny about the Rascals? They're on TV in some capacity every week on any of the shows. Mm-hmm. And that's including Ring of Honor. I even include Ring of Honor as one of the shows. They're on one of the three, no matter what.
They be wrestling every week, yeah.
They do not stop. And they're probably wrestling independents too. But, they do not stop. They just keep going, which I think is pretty cool. Eventually, the Rascals are going to go on a streak. That's going to happen. Overall, I think it was good. And you could even see, too, that Will Ospreay's coming out in darker colors and shit like that now, too. Mm-hmm. Like a Death Rider. So, could be Will Ospreay thinking he's a Death Rider and then he gets beat up. That could happen. Probably as soon as he wins the world title. Moxie's like, yeah, I trained you, but you're going to have to come up off that title, boy. I think I need that title real quick. So
I wouldn't put it past Moxley at this point.
No.
It's gonna be interesting to see. Plus, I'm really interested. Like, I'm going to assume that New Japan is still going to be involved in Forbidden Door. Again, we'll talk more about that next week. But I'm guessing we're going to get Death Riders, United Empire again, but this time with Will Ospreay going on the Death Rider side because he wants to be with the Death Riders more than he wants to be with United Empire. So we'll see.
Yeah, and the United Empire just turns on him during the show. I can see that.
It's either, I think it's going to happen either at Dominion if Ospreay shows up at Dominion on the 14th, or it's going to be Forbidden Door. One of the two. He's definitely getting turned on. Mm-hmm. Next up, Samoa Joe, important man. He is leaving for another couple months again. Mm-hmm. He has some Hollywood stuff. He said Hollywood calls, literally. So he's gone. And then Anthony Bowens and Hook tried to stand in the middle after Samoa Joe walked off. They gave each other a look. And I guess we're going to get Ops Warfare while Joe and I'm assuming Shibata are gone. Because whenever Joe is not here, Shibata ain't here. So
If I was like, I don't feel like dealing with this shit.
yeah, I'm not dealing with you kids. Y'all deal with it. You can say that I'm holding the camera. It's fine. But that's all that was. And then Divine Dominion beat up TJ in the back. And Divine Dominion's very interested in time. They're like, oh, there's only 30 seconds. And, they were down for the count. That's all that was. Any thoughts on those two segments before we get into a match that probably shouldn't have happened here and then the main event?
So we all know Samoa Joe is filming Twisted Metal Season 3. That's where he's going. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen if you haven't seen Twisted Metal, you should watch that show. It's fucking excellent.
I haven't watched any of it. I should. I haven't watched any of it.
Even if you haven't played the game, it's fine. But just like the stuff that happens in that show is just, I didn't think they were gonna go there.
Oh.
Personally, with how crazy it is, but they do some shit in that show. They do some stuff, and yeah, the show's excellent. It to me, it's kind of like one of those shows just nobody talks about. They haven't watched. I would say watch the first season. If you like the first season, watch the second season. And Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth is fantastic.
It's on Peacock, right? What streaming service is it on?
It's on Peacock.
Peacock? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some time to watch it because now they have 3 seasons. I might. I really should sit down and take some time to watch that.
Well, they have 2 seasons right now, but Samoa Joe, I think, is filming season 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take some time to watch that. Next up, as much as I enjoyed this match, I definitely don't think it should have been here. I get why it was here, but we had Andrade versus Ace Austin. A very quick match. You can tell AEW is like really high on Ace Austin. He's wrestling like all the top people in AEW right now. Very interesting match. Not too much here. Like I said, it was good, but whatever. Any thoughts on this match, Prophet?
No, it was fine. But in the words of the great Andrade, how you know?
How you know?
But how you know?
That's gonna take him to the world title, bro.
Yeah.
Next up, we had our Lights Out Street Fight. They literally turned the lights on and off, and it started at like 8 o'clock. Like, it was on the entire time during the overrun. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
We had Chris Statlander versus Hikaru Shida. They had a lot of really good stuff in here. We had a light 2 spot. We had Shida bringing out her inner Kiryu and using a bike.
Yes.
Shida was using a kendo stick. Stat had some tables that she used. Like, a lot of really good stuff happened in this match. This was a really good match. Potentially probably like one of the best, probably the best match on this 3-hour show. Mm-hmm. Again, we already talked about the women's division, but this was a fantastic match. Statlander did pick up the win. Low-key, I was surprised. I thought Shida was going to like find a way to somehow pull it out, but she wasn't able to. Stat did get the win. Shida was very upset. She was on Twitter saying it's not over. So we're probably going to get a little bit more of this, and the heel turn is for sure set in.
Yeah.
Prophet, what were your thoughts on our main event for our first Collision main event?
Oh, it was fantastic, man. I was actually surprised all the stuff that they did in the street fight. The light tubes really surprised me. But yeah, I thought it was great, man. I saw people on Blue Sky going, "Oh, those are legit light tubes." I'm like, I don't know how you can make fake light tubes, so yeah, they're pretty legit.
There were a lot of people who have started watching AEW this week from Double or Nothing,
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people were like really surprised. They're like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Yeah, welcome to wrestling."
It was just Wednesday for us.
Yeah, you can't fake a lie to, like Prophet already said.
But yeah, no, it was great. It was a fantastic match. Sheeta got dinged up. She had a giant goose egg on her head.
Bro, that not look crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, yeah, that shit was big. Hopefully, she good to go and that stuff is gone. But yeah, she got, I don't know what hit her upside the head, but yeah, she got hit pretty hard.
Wouldn't it be funny if she picked up the bike and the bike is what hit her that did it?
That was fucking...
That would be hilarious. I'm not saying that that's what it was. It would be hilarious if it was.
The most Yakuza thing just happened. Yeah.
All right, now we're moving on to hour 2 on a different day. We are going to Collision, which was, again, I think we talked about it off cam, but the fact that this Collision was 2 hours was surprising.
Yeah.
They usually don't do this, but that's fine. We'll take it.
Well, I think it was because, what was it? NBA Finals was, not NBA Finals, but the playoff game was already done, right?
Yeah, they, we got the Game 7 of OKC and Spurs happened like the day before, 2 days before, something like that. The day before, yeah. I think. Mm-hmm. We start, Tommaso Ciampa joins commentary, and we're going to knock out these 4 real quick because they kind of all lean up together. Tommaso Ciampa's on commentary. He said he was here for Jericho, and Jericho did not show up to Collision. And he was like, "What?
What do you mean he's on a Collision?
He's not here?" Like, it was hilarious. And they also said like Mark Briscoe was here. It was like typical. And it was just kind of funny. They brought a lot of people on commentary. We'll talk about more of those as we go. Backstage, we have 2 backstage segments, and we'll get into the match. The Conglomeration was with Takeshita, and they gave him a backpack. Say, hey, if you need anything, you're with us. We'll worry about Don Callis family. You take care of Daniel Garcia, because that's our main event. Takeshita and Daniel Garcia for the international title. Then we go over to Don Callis family side, and Don Callis family was like, hey, you want to be a part of Conglomeration, whatever, we don't care, we'll beat you up. Which leads into our trios match to open the show, which is the Conglomeration, Orange Cassidy, Rajon Colorado versus Rocky Romero, Trevor Barrera, and Lance Archer. Very fun match. I'm not going to get into it too much. Conglomeration won. They retained their trios titles. They did their triple high five at the end. They did great. That was it. Prophet, do you have any thoughts on the entire opening segment of Collision?
That was a long ass opening segment.
It was so much. It
was about as long as the first season of One Piece.
You love the show, Prophet. You need to watch.
For you guys out there, if you know, you know.
You need to watch again. They finished the season, Prophet, so now you have no choice.
Jesus Christ. I'm at the end of the season, okay?
They finished their latest season, and they're well into their current one.
Oh my goodness.
It's time, Prophet.
But anyways, I thought the whole thing was fun, man. They felt like a lot looser on Collision for whatever reason. For this episode of Collision specifically, everybody felt like they were just a lot looser. Maybe they're just riding high off of Double or Nothing still, and Dynamite and things like that. But everybody just felt loose.
Do you think they had like a lot of pressure on them for Dynamite? Because I don't think we didn't talk about it too much, but like a lot of people watched Double or Nothing. Like a lot of new people were watching Double or Nothing, and I saw a lot of like WWE content creators talking about they're going to start watching Dynamite. Do you think they? I don't know why they would feel pressure about this. Do you think they felt like pressure to make that episode of Dynamite like top notch?
I don't know. Actually, to tell you the truth, I think like pretty much being a performer, I would feel like they feel the pressure all the time, right? Mm-hmm. But it could just be. that could be it, or it could just be something like they came in and maybe they had a good speech in the back, because that could loosen everybody up too. Maybe they found out something. It should just be a myriad of things, right? Like it could just be a lot. But like whatever it was, the commentary was loose. Everybody was just loose. So yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but it was very noticeable, and it was throughout the whole show. You could feel it, and everybody was like, "All right, relaxed. I'm gonna put on something. I'm gonna put on a show and have fun." And you just saw it throughout the whole show.
Mm-hmm. Plus, this low key, this collision was like really good too, like in comparison to Dynamite. We'll get to the next part right now. Again, we're going back to back 2 segments real quick. TJ was in the back. They were prepared for their 5-minute match against Divine Dominion.
Yeah.
We're getting prepped for it. They're prepped for it. They come out to the ring. Divine Dominion come out to the ring, and we get this match started. And this was probably easily the best 5-minute match that they had. Like, I thought the one from Double Nothing would have topped this one.
Mm-hmm.
But this was easily like the best 5-minute match that we had. And Divine Dominion was on the back foot at the end of this, by the way, too.
Yeah.
I think it was I think Lena Cross was the one who was getting choked out by Ty Mello. And she was almost out. Oh, it was Megan Bain. It was, I mixed it up completely. I was wrong completely. It was Anna Jay jumped on Megan Bain's back and almost got her up out of here. And it was very interesting. We got to the 5 minutes, and we are getting confirmed a Divine Dominion Ty J AEW Women's World Tag Title match. Prophet, do you have any thoughts on these 2 segments?
That 5-minute match was that was a good 5-minute match. I do like the stipulation now that like some other wrestling companies, like just as a whole, like wrestling companies don't do. I like the stipulation 8 is becoming more and more of an AEW thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Where if they last the whole time, they also get the title shot, right?
Mm-hmm. They're doing that a lot with the Continental Championship.
Yeah, so it kind of forces the champions. Oh shit! They're like, oh crap, we got to get them out of here some way. we can't just like stall. We have to get them out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that stipulation just overall.
It's been really good. As much as I want to see Divine Dominion having longer matches all the time, because they can do it. Yeah, like these eliminators are really good this way. Like it's unique.
Yeah. Yeah, but overall, yeah, it was a good match. Like they were, them ladies were going at it, but Divine Dominion should come out the champ still. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't think this ends with Ty J winning the titles. I don't think that would make sense personally.
Yeah, no.
I think they'll win them eventually, just not right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tommaso Ciampa was on commentary this entire time, by the way, and he jumped up off commentary and got into the ring and was like, "Hey, do you want to know why I'm going after Chris Jericho, who is not here, by the way? I have 1,004 reasons why I hate Chris Jericho." And he brought this long piece of paper that this has never happened before, not once, ever.
Oh, no.
Never once has, especially not like Chris Jericho, brought out like a huge list of why he hates somebody.
Oh. Oh man, this classic.
And fun fact, Prophet, if you go to Collision and pause, you can see there's a lot of actual like legit, like, sometimes like they just put like bullshit on there. It's like letters jumbled up. There was a lot of typing on there, like actual words, actual sentences on that paper.
Because Ciampa's legit crazy, and he will do that.
Ciampa might have actually like thought of 1,004 things to put on that list.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's where we're going. We have now fully confirmed that we're getting Tommaso Ciampa and Chris Jericho in a feud. What were your thoughts on this segment?
That shit was hilarious, man. Because, all right, we're gonna put on the historian cap for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Way back in WCW, when Chris Jericho was feuding with Dean Malenko, the thing there was Dean Malenko was the man of 1,000 holds. So Chris Jericho, when he was feuding with Dean Malenko, he called himself the man of 1,001 holds. Which is why Ciampa has 1,004 things that he hates about Chris Jericho.
One of the things, funny enough, was arm bars, which is the ultimate callback.
Yep.
That was one of the things on Jericho's list.
Yep. So good. But yeah, I think that was a fun callback. So we might get some entertainment out of this feud between Ciampa and Jericho until they got to wrestle. But yeah,
I was about to
all
say
the stuff outside of it, which should be good.
I was about to say the exact same thing. I was like, yep, until they get in that ring. But two people that we don't have to worry about having great matches in the ring. We had Hazuki versus Maya World.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we had another guest commentator, Persephone.
Ooh,
She's back, and she has that missed eye, like everyone does, because last time we saw her, she got black misted by Julia Hart.
Yep.
She was also saying that she can't see, which is hilarious, by the way. So she's been wrestling for like the last 3 months blind, apparently.
Shit.
But yeah, we got our American debut of Hazuki versus Maya World, and I'm actually happy. I thought this match was gonna be like really short and like more of a showcase for Hazuki. It wasn't. Maya World actually got a majority of the offense here, which was really interesting to see. Like you can tell, just by the way she wrestled, you could tell Maya World was trained by Athena.
Yeah,
you could just see it. But overall, it was like a really great match. Hazuki wins with her senton from the top rope. Very good match. Persephone then kind of slides into the ring and they face off. Just great. Also, like shout out to Persephone on commentary because she was fantastic, bro. Like she is really good at bigging herself up on commentary. It was really good.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on that match?
No, the match was fun, man. It was actually a good showcase for both of them. You got to see Hazuki in action. So isn't this mystery character that no one's seen before. We now, most of the people now have a basis of who she is and what she can do. And we also get, because I don't think people knew Persephone. Believe it or not, I don't think most people knew Persephone could speak English. Well, she's from Texas, but still. She's from Texas, but this is neither here nor there. I don't think people thought she could speak English. They found out.
She's a damn good talker too, by the way.
Yep, damn good talker.
And she does cut. Yeah, I guess you're right. Because if you aren't to know, she does cut English promos sometimes in CMLL also. Sometimes. Not always.
Yeah, not always, but sometimes.
Yeah. So it was like a really good showcase for everyone involved. Honestly, like it was just great.
Yep.
And then we get a quick tribute to Loverboy Dennis from Midnight Express. He passed a couple months ago, I think, in March, right?
Yeah.
So we got like a really nice segment here. Tony Schiavone was doing the voiceover, and yeah, it was just a really nice tribute. It was great. You have anything on that one?
No. Yeah. I felt like it was a good, it was a good tribute for, one of the two biggest at the time in that era, way back, one of the two biggest tag teams in the world, right? It was, Midnight Express and the fabulous, well, not the Freebirds, but the Rock and Roll Express.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of a knock on the Rock and Roll Express anyway. But anyways, they were the offshoot Rock and Roll Express, right? But yeah, no, it was a good tribute.
Next up, we had I'm gonna keep my eye on the guy that Lee wrestled. We had Lee Moriarty versus Tim Bosby. Before that, we had like a little vignette for Lee Moriarty too, which was awesome to see. And then, because this is guest commentary day, Shane Taylor comes on for commentary for this match and the next one. But we'll talk about that when we get there. This is very quick. Lee Moriarty got Tim Bosby up out of here, but Tim Bosby has like the singlet. And I saw on Twitter that Suplex Machine, by the way. So I'm gonna keep my eye on him, see what he does. Mm-hmm. He looks like a good wrestler. Lee beat the shit out of him though.
Yeah. Lee beat the hell out of him.
Any thoughts there before we go to our next Shane Taylor Promotions match?
I'm glad Lee Moriarty was back on. Back on any capacity, either Collision or Dynamite. I'm glad he was back on
Same.
TV.
They gave him vignette too, which was really nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Carly Bravo and and Sean Dean were out there. They were talking real shit about Alabama. And then the Death Riders, who are the ultimate tweeners at this point, come out and they get ready to start their match. So the match is Jon Moxley and Pac versus the Infantry, Captain Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. Very good match overall. If y'all haven't seen the Infantry in a while, they have become like one of the best tag teams in Ring of Honor. They're so good. They had just dropped the trios titles also to Dalton Castle and the Outrunners with Shane Taylor. So it was really fun to see. This was a really nice back and forth match. Like, a lot was happening in it. But, of course, it's Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley ended up getting the win. And we found out that this is Jon Moxley's 201st victory in AEW.
Jesus Christ.
That motherfucker wrestled, bro. He wrestling.
He's wrestling, bro.
201 wins.
It's ridiculous.
That was crazy.
Take a goddamn vacation, Jon Moxley.
He was at every Tony Khan said he was at every show last year. Yeah, I think that's not changing.
He loves wrestling so much, which is great because you can see it.
God, you can.
One of the few that you can see it.
Yeah,
that he loves this shit.
It's so nice to see. And like I said, I have already admitted that I was wrong about Jon Moxley and that Continental Championship. He can keep it for the rest of the year. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fine, man. It's fine. People come around.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take this one.
It's fine. Wrong? You were wrong, but you know you saw the error of your ways.
yeah. I'll take this one. I'll take. Like I said, that double or nothing match. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jon Moxley. Okay, keep it for the next couple of years. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Win the International, bring back the Unified. This time, put 2 Jon Moxley plates on it instead of Okada and Omega. There you go. Done.
Yeah, double Mox plate on there, and then, you know, he'll hold that for, like, the next 2 years and win, like, 50 eliminators in a row. Yeah, it's going to happen.
He's going to go on the Okada streak.
But actually wrestling.
But actually wrestle. Because he'll wrestle twice a week.
Yeah.
Backstage, we go to Triangle of Madness. This is our first time seeing Tekla since Double or Nothing, and again, she's talking about, hey, I was fired from Japan. If Taro Okada comes out here, I'll make sure he's kicked out because I don't like him. And Renee kept on trying to ask her about the Owen Hart Cup, and she was like, man, I ain't worried about anyone but Sky Blue. And they start arguing. Sky Blue was like, hey, this is my chance, so I gotta take it. So they started fighting back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tricked us. Like, they were like, ha ha ha, we're not like you other dumb bitches. I was like, oh no.
Yep.
Oh no, they got us. I thought we were about to get the breakup scene, but no, we are not. Tekla still loves them. They still love Tekla. But one thing I noticed is Tekla said there's nothing that's going to separate me from this AEW Women's World Championship. And Sky Blue like looked at the camera and winked. I was like, uh-oh.
She got eyes on the title.
And then right after this, we'll get into this one really quick because there's another backstage segment, which was really funny. The conglomeration were very happy about defending the trios titles. They were talking about having Takeshi's back, but then they got scared. They're like, what is that? They turned around, and it's Blackheart Leo Rush with an umbrella talking about it's raining, everything is fine, this is fine, it's fine. And Orange Cassidy was like, don't move. If we don't move, he won't see us. And then Leo Rush just kind of passes by. He's like, it's fine. And just walks off. And then they run away. Any thoughts on these two segments?
That pairing of Leo Rush, like, just showing up everywhere. And he's, like, now showing up everywhere the conglomeration is. It's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good.
I love every bit of it. It's really good.
But yeah, like the Tekla segment, that was really good also. But yeah, the Sky Blue ain't winning that Owen Hart Cup. Mm-mm.
I mean, she's wrestling Saray, right? She's not getting out of the first round.
She's gonna get her leg kicked in half. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's about here.
Yeah.
Next up, in my state of delusion, I thought that we are gonna get a return here because we had the Dogs, David Finlay and Clark Connors, against the Bang Bang Gang, 4/5 of them, and they all did the entrance together this time. Usually, Ace Austin comes out in separately, but he did not this time. So I was convinced that someone who, at this point, shall not be named, because I don't think he exists anymore, was going to return. It was overall a really good match. The Guns still a fantastic tag team in AEW. The Dogs needed this win, and of course they cheated. They cheated to win. They finally used Shillelagh and got Austin Gunn up out of here, and that was it. That was the match. You have any thoughts on this match or my delusions?
We had that hashtag What About Pac a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's time to bring it out about Jay White.
Bro, I saw him. He exists. I saw him at Wrestle Kingdom 5 months ago. And he did not look it was his wrist, I think, right? His wrist and his shoulder?
Yeah.
He looked fine. I don't know what the extent of the injury, but 5 months ago he looked all right. So I fully thought we were gonna get like some kind of return here, and I don't even know why I thought that.
Oh, time to put a new one. Hashtag Where's Jay White?
Hashtag Where's Jay White? Y'all blasted everywhere at this point.
Where's he at?
Like, what are we doing? Where are we at? Like, what's happening?
He should have been back months ago.
God bless. Next up, we learned about what's going to be happening with the TBS Championship. Willow must be like really, really hurt.
Yeah.
Because it's vacant, what we're doing is we're going to get an AEW Survivor of the Fittest match. That's a Ring of Honor staple. We just had our first women's version of that at the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view. If you don't know what that is, it is an elimination 6-woman match. So basically it's going to be 6 women against each other, elimination style. The last one to remain will be the TBS champion. That match happens on July 1st. But to get there, we're going to be getting a bunch of qualifier matches to make the Survival of the Fittest happen. So we're going to get at least 6 matches between a bunch of other women to set up for the Survival of the Fittest that's happening July 1st. Prof, you have any thoughts on this one?
I think it's cool. Like, The one company that used to have those matches like a lot, but they called it the 3-man dance, was ECW.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
They weren't called Survival of the Fittest. They were just called the 3-man dance. And they had some good ones, man. They had some damn good ones.
Might be
And
some homework.
they were elimination style too. So, but yeah, I like the idea of this. This is going to be fun, man.
Yeah.
And it's going to get more women on TV. So, should be great.
For the entire month of June. That means we're for about 5 weeks we're not gonna have a TBS champion, which is also crazy.
Yeah.
Willow, whatever happened, please come back soon. We need you, Willow.
Well, first off, get better.
Yeah, get better, and then I missed her already. Next up, we had Prophet's new favorite tag team, Cage and Doyle.
That's right.
Against two people that just got beat up. We're not even gonna pretend here. Doyle and Cage and Doyle knocked this up out of the park. It was over almost before it started.
Yeah, as it should be.
Prophet,
They got rid of creator wrestler number 11 and 12. Get them the hell out of here. Who's next?
Cage and Cope. They're next. Cage and Cope. Just make that match happen. Sorry, dogs. Y'all gotta get out of the way for a second.
Just move the dogs out the way. Come on, man. Don't do the dogs like that.
I like the dogs, but bro, Cage and Doyle, they actually look like a better tag team than Davis and Doyle did, bro.
Somehow they're just more scary. Yeah, I don't know how that is.
Because they're both yoked. Both of them.
There's two jack guys that can move. It's insane. But you had a contrast before. You had a jack guy and a hairy guy. You know, fucking Harry and the Hendersons over there. Now you just got two just meatheads just beating people up.
Bro, put the tag team titles on them right now. I don't care about the storyline that you're already setting up. Make the match for Wednesday. Just do it. Let's just go.
No, man, I don't want them to be victims of Cage and Cope.
No. Look, Cage and Doyle ain't losing a match. Ever. They're never gonna lose.
Oh, man.
So we go from potentially the best tag team on the planet to one of the best wrestlers on the planet, because we have Konosuke Takeshita, our AEW International Champion, having his first defense against Daniel Garcia. That's what I was the ultimate tweeners, bro, because earlier in the show, they were getting cheered out their minds, and then Daniel Garcia comes out here, heals it up.
Yep.
Being a Death Order must be great, because you can just be whatever you want for whatever day you want. Like, they are the ultimate tweeners.
Yeah.
Also, this match was also really good. I think this was like a really good reminder to show how good Daniel Garcia is, and just to like re-show Takeshita doing his thing. Just an incredible match overall. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but we had a lot go into this. Jon Moxley has been on commentary for a while now, by the way. It was just fun to see. Moxley got up off of commentary for one point. Marina Shafir came on commentary for a second, talking about putting like what she said, toes in buttholes, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Whatever she said.
It's going crazy.
It was. And also, the end of this went crazy also. Dan Garcia, of course, lost his match. Takeshita successfully defended the International Championship. And then immediately the Don Callis family came out and attacked Takeshita. So Mox is on commentary, and Mox is like, man, y'all gonna jump him while he's down like that? Sam Taylor Promotions comes out, and they start attacking the Death Riders that are out there. But then Speedball comes out with the conglomeration to save Takeshita, and they're like, everything's breaking down at this point. We even get to a point where like Lee Moriarty went up to Nigel McGuinness and they were trying to like do whatever, right? But then Carly Bravo came to attack Nigel, and Nigel attacked Carly, which led Lee Moyer to be like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, what is wrong with you?" Because if you don't know, Nigel McGuinness is the number one contender right now to the Pure Championship. So we're getting Ring of Honor storytelling on this episode also, which is amazing. And this collision ends with a wild brawl between 3 different factions. We're going into faction warfare coming into Forbidden Door. It just an insane way to end Collision, an insane way to wrap up this week. I gotta know, Prophet, what were your thoughts on this episode of Collision and this main event?
Main event was excellent. And yeah, like we were talking about before, this was probably, Shane Taylor promotions coming out. I'm like, oh hell yeah, give me all that. Them Death Riders, and the Don Callis family. It's just a war of factions right there. Like, yeah, fantastic. The match between Takeshita and Danny Garcia, again, great. Daniel Garcia, is one of the most frustrating wrestlers for me in general.
Ooh.
Because he is genuinely great. And that TNT title run upsets me. That goddamn run upsets me so much.
Yeah.
I feel like Death Rider Daniel Garcia is going to go... If he gets the TNT title, it's going to mirror Moxley's title run. Where he's just going to be wrestling his ass off every week. Because he's away from that, I don't know, thing he was doing before.
Yeah. Garcia honestly should have been a part of the Blackpool Combat Club, like, immediately.
Yeah.
We probably wouldn't be having the problems that we had otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want Daniel Garcia to get a title. I don't care which title it is. It would be cool if it was the TNT title and he has a redemption arc of, doing a ton of great matches with that title. But I could also see him later on being international champion or national champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he does have a tendency to show up everywhere. But I want him to go and have, like, a great title run. It's just frustrating that, for me, you see him now and he's doing all this great stuff. And I feel like he kind of got caught somewhere. And during his TNT title run, I don't know what it was, but I'm glad it's gone. I need him to eventually one day get another title and another title run. He's young, so it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Right? But I want to see him in a title run as a Death Rider. I think that will be fantastic. But yeah, overall, great match with him and Takeshita. And just overall, the Collision was great. It was Collision. What can I say? It was like all solid wrestling. Had great. This week had some really good storytelling, and just a continuation of everything that we've seen, like in blow off from Double or Nothing, and some of the stuff that happened on Dynamite. It just carried over to here on the Collision and continued telling its story. So fantastic all around.
Bro, I couldn't agree more. Like, just fantastic. I think this was also, like, from the pay-per-view, this was easily, like, the best, like, post pay-per-view week AEW has done in a long time.
Oh yeah.
Just incredible all around.
Mm-hmm. And the crowds were hot too.
Mm-hmm.
All the way around.
There's a shift. I think next week of course, when we talk about Dynamite and Collision, but we're also going to be talking about what's going on with New Japan, and we do need to talk about this shift that's happening right now in wrestling, like, as a whole, because it feels like AEW has even more momentum than they had last year.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels like AEW's in a really good place right now. But man, that is it. That is it. Do you have anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this thing up?
Nah, man. So you know what time it is. We gotta take it home. We gotta wrap this up.
Yes, we do. Y'all, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you don't already know, we are on Spotify and Apple. If you look up AGPW Podcast or Off the Top Rope, you'll be able to find us very easily. We have a lot of podcasts out on YouTube and on Spotify and on Apple, so definitely make sure you go over there, give us 5 stars, rate us over there. If you can put comments. I think we can see them. We'll figure out a way to see them. Also, we are on TikTok, Instagram. Almost said like YouTube, but you're about to talk about YouTube. But yeah, we're on TikTok and Instagram. We're gonna start putting up some stuff up there. So definitely make sure you follow us. Look up TAGPW Podcast. You'll be able to find us anywhere and everywhere. If you want to see us directly, you can follow Prophet at Prophet on Blue Sky, PROFFITT. You can follow me at Shikoku as SHIKKOKU. As much as we don't post on there often, Prophet was actually just on there for Double or Nothing. Shout out to Prophet for doing that Double or Nothing posts, by the way. Just go follow us over there. You can hear our wrestling thoughts. We'll talk a lot about video games also and anime. Just follow us over there. Prophet, tell the people about the YouTube.
Oh, and especially follow us this week because, besides the wrestling part, the video game part, Summer Games Fest is this week. So I'm going to be talking about that all week. So for sure, either follow the channel or follow me directly because I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be voicing my opinion.
Yes.
So transition from that to the YouTube. All right, if you haven't already, what you doing? You could get all of our shows that we've done since the beginning on YouTube. We have playlists ready. We got the legacy stuff. We got the video game stuff. We have all of the AEW podcasts we do. And you'll see at one point in time we did TNA. We got all that on there. I think it's over 130, 140 episodes of fantasticness. So go over there, follow. Follow, subscribe. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the bell button so whenever our videos come up, you get notified because YouTube's weird like that, and the algorithm pretty much doesn't like anybody. But that's besides the point. So with that, thank you very much, guys. We really appreciate that you guys have been dropping by, watching the older videos, and watching our newer videos. But, get a little vocal and comment. So thank you very much, and we're out.
Peace.